Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are we? How are we? Hello. Good evening, good evening, good evening. How are you all? Monday, another week. How was your weekend? Did you get up to anything? I had Nathan and Kit were here on Friday, which is quite nice. We played a little bit of Minecraft, got some pizza. That was about it, really. Saturday we went and got some nice cakey bakies from the local excuse me, bakery, and we had a nice lunch, and then we sent them off on their merry way down to Steve and Tracy to go and spend. Kit and Tracy were off to go and see Garbage up at the castle on Saturday night, and then they headed off home today via us to pick up a couple of bits that they left behind. So they got safely home a couple of hours ago. Nathan, I believe, is out quizzing. Kit has probably fallen asleep, or maybe a little later. I don't know. So that's been my weekend. That's been my weekend. I am also tired. I know I had actually wanted to try and go at 9, but I've had so much going on at the moment. I just haven't. It's just been chaos. I'm confused. I've played D&D for 7 days now, and so far it's been an emotional draining thing. I went from having a mini schooner to suddenly having 3 more ships, then a mini kraken pet, now a magical monster hound who is a beast at tracking magical bloodlines. Wow, that's pretty full on. Is that with your Is that with one of your groups, Silver? 7 days of D&D. Woofed. Why are you tired, Matty? What's causing your tiredness? We're all knackered here, genuinely. I mean, Lindsay and I spent most of the weekend kind of just. Jason's full of the cold now. I think Lindsay's got something. I've got something. It's just and the weather's just just makes everything go. We've been playing from 7 till 10. Blimey, for a full week. That's dedication. Fair play. I've only ever done that on a couple of occasions, and that's just been for a weekend, and that's been 12 till 12 for 3 days solid. And the team has made me cry. Well, I hope you've slapped them and told them not to do that. It's not their job to make you cry. They're meant to help you succeed and win. Bad DM. Naughty DM. I had to go back to it. Well, I had to go back to it. I logged on today. It's just like, zero impetus whatsoever. But I have to go into the office tomorrow, which is why I was trying to get on earlier, because I've got a 10 o'clock appointment. So I have to be in by 10, which means I definitely got to be up. And I've had such bad insomnia the last few nights as well. I'm just so tired. Anyway, never mind. We are here now, and that's the point. We're here, and this is episode 20 of Grim Dickensian by Joseph Daniels. Joseph is not going to be able to join us. He also has started a new job, which has curtailed his evening hours, which means he's up even earlier than normal. But he has been catching up on the streams and giving us some advice, which I'll come to later. So my character nearly died due to a fever. My rogue is from a magical bloodline and can do some weird stuff. His father is the BBG. Wow, that's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. I don't know if Matty, do you still D&D or Warhammer or anything like that? I've not done it for a while. Jason does. He's got a sort of semi-regular group that that play. I'd like to do something, but again, it's just finding time. Maybe when times change towards the end of the year, we might be able to put something together. You don't accept on the computer. Fair enough. We should have a look at those. I've still got Steve. Hello. Good evening. Welcome in. How are you, my friend? Long time no see. Hope you're well. So my rogue uses his magical pals played a Norwegian set to the RPG a few months ago, which was fun. Oh, sorry, I've just read two completely wrong things. Silver's rogue uses his magic to free people from his father's cult, but it drains him and makes him exhausted. Oh, yeah, fair enough. Matty then says, although me and some pals played a Norwegian set TTRPG a few months ago, which was fun. Yeah, I've got some bits and pieces I would like to play, and I would like to do something. Whether we stream it or not is another matter, but it might be quite fun. I don't know. I mean, I suppose people watch Critical Role, don't they? So they must enjoy watching people play. I don't know. Is that something that you'd be interested in doing? Watching people play? I don't know. I've never thought of it really. I still got that one that we looked at before, Matty, and the second one. I didn't buy the second one. I don't think. I still got the first one. Just trying to think. I came across that earlier. A Torch in the Dark. Yeah, we've got the Torch in the Dark to do at some point. I must go through it and see what it says. Yes, what was your Norwegian set TTRPG, Matty? Silver would like to know. Just asking how weekends are going, Steve. How are things? Well, that looks cool. Just open link. Thank you. Ooh. Nordic horror roleplay. That sounds good. I've not played any AFF. Much to my disappointment. It was. I never got hold of the books when I was younger, so I never really got into it. But I've kind of wanted to get some of the newer stuff that's come out recently over the last few years. It was quite interesting. Silver went into their campaign planning a rough pirate, but my rogue Benjamin is a man with a golden heart. Nice. Right, so we should probably have a look at Grim Dickensian because where we left it on Thursday was back in the graveyard, and we went to the Westerner family's mausoleum, which they opened up for us, and we have found Lucy's corpse, except she's not a corpse, she's a vampire. And we have to fight her, and her strength is 30, and she's got lots of stuff, and it's really worrying that I don't think we're going to survive it. So I've tweaked things a little bit. We've got a couple of things. So we've got a few crucifixes. Our stamina's at 30 as well. And we've got a few holy waters. There's not a lot else we can get really, which is a shame because it turns out there is a stake, but we don't know about it because Holmes doesn't quite understand what he's fighting yet. Down the line, that becomes more apparent, obviously, and there is a way of getting a hold of a stake, but it's not available to us right at this point in time. Damn, never mind. Silver says, so far he's saved over 200 people, and now he found his mother, who alongside his dad abandoned him as a 5-year-old, and he wasn't okay about it. I'll bet. But he's found his mother, so that's a good thing, is it not? I bet it was the father that made them abandon it. So, with the thought of a fight in mind, we've got a few things that we need to think about. So I've got up here some bits and pieces. So pipes can give us, we can use a couple of times. I wish just in case we do decide to use them. I'm not sure we will. Both did, but I'm gone, hop off and scare the crackers out of her. No worries. Thanks for dropping by, Silver. We'll see you soon. Just look after yourself, yeah? And hopefully, as I say, we'll be able to start earlier later on sort of come September time. I'm hoping that we'll be able to start earlier and make a point of starting earlier so that we can finish earlier as well. And you can join in. Anyway, look after yourself, take care, and I'll hopefully see you soon. For everybody else who's here, yes, so we've got some stamina, we've got some traps, some torches, a couple of pipes. Lockpicks are going to be useless to us. We've got a crucifix, and we've got holy water. The spirit talismans are only good against ghosts. It says a talisman, but I can't find anything in the book about it. And the bandages and medicine is only going to be good to us when we, if we survive. As is the food. So that's only going to be any good to us if we survive. The stuff that we can attempt to use during the fight are the holster to swap from hand fighting to brawling to ranged weapons, but it's at a cost of 2 attack. And I don't know if that's actually going to do us in, because our brawling and our weapons are 1 point difference. I mean, to be fair, our weapons are our win, because at the moment, as you can see down here, that is our primary win along with deduction. But stealth's an even, although they get an advantage if they hit the stealth, if they hit a 6 or a double. They're up on science and magic, they're up on ranged, and they are up on brawling as well. So, yeah. However, what Joseph has said is that we want to take a bit more of a defensive role in this, so that we can use our crucifixes, because our crucifixes will be used in defense to survive a vampire brawl or stealth attack, including any specials, but also gives us a +2 to our next attack. So that's why I've got and bought 6. So hopefully we can use those as we go. Beyond that, I don't think there's much else to say, other than we probably want to get into it and see what happens. And this is precisely why we left this until today. Right. Now, why is that? Why are we back there? 2 seconds. We've not noted down any moves. Oh, because it took us... Because it's the evening and we had to go to 164, and I just didn't note that down. That's why. So that was the last thing we did. On Thursday. Right, let's push this back. There's a bit of space. Pop you back a bit. Pop you back there. Give me a bit of space for that. So, quick recap of 164 before we do the fight. So this is where we left ourselves on Thursday. Later that night, you make your way to the South District graveyard and wait for Dr. Seward by Lucy's tomb. Several minutes later, he arrives, but you are shocked to see that he is accompanied by 2 men. One you've met before, but the second, a tall, broad, handsome man with a thick, bushy moustache, you only recognise by Seward's description. Mr. Holwood, you say in surprise, and you must be Mr. Quincy P. Morris. Ah, pleased to make your acquaintance, Quincy says in his Texan drawl. Good evening, Holmes, says Arthur. Or is it Professor Van Helsing? Which is it you would prefer today? I'm sorry, Holmes said Susan. The only way I could convince him to hand over the key was to tell him the truth, and then he insisted on speaking with you first. Quincy was there at the time and also wished to come along. Ah, yes, this is a bit awkward. Don't worry, says Arthur. Jack has told me everything. I know why you found it necessary to impersonate someone else when you first came to the house. There was bad blood between us, and it is very likely that I wouldn't have accepted your help. But after hearing of everything you've done to help Lucy, I am willing to forget all of that. I am, however, concerned as to your reason for wanting to enter my beloved's tomb and desecrate her grave. You surely can't believe she was buried alive, Quincy puts in. My good man, right now I'm not sure what I believe. All I know is that 2 people have sighted a woman that matches Lucy's description, and that she may be involved in several kidnappings and attacks of children around the area. But this is ridiculous, says Arthur. Even if Lucy was alive, I know that she would never do anything so cruel. I second that, says Quincy. And I wholeheartedly agree, you say. The young lady I met was a sweet thing, and who would never hurt a fly, which proves one of 2 things. Either it was someone impersonating her, or if she is somehow alive, she's gone through some kind of change. Now, that could be a mental change, or something that I don't yet understand. Until I find out more, it is likely that the child kidnappings will continue, and we will never know the truth, which is why I desperately need to get inside that tomb. If Lucy really is dead, then simply looking will do no harm, but if she's not, then wouldn't you rather know? He's got a point, Art, said Quincy. What harm would it really do? Seeing that he cannot argue with this, Arthur walks towards the mausoleum and unlocks the gates. Then he turns towards you, Jack and Quincy. Well, come on then, before I change my mind. Following him inside, you pass several coffins belonging to other Westenra family members until you come to Lucy's. Then you remove the lid. It surprises you to find that it lifts off so easily, but what surprises you more is what you find inside. So does Van Helsing actually exist in this universe, or just a character made up by Holmes? Van Helsing does exist. He is in Europe doing the good work. He just knows that he had helped out in the past, but nobody actually knows that. Nobody actually knows about vampires to this point. Holmes certainly doesn't know what's going on per se. So it's a bit of a. That's what Joseph was saying. Was whilst there are stakes to be able to fight the vampires, we don't actually know about them at this point in time because Holmes doesn't know what he's up against yet, which we're about to find out. Excuse me. There lies Lucy, seemingly just as you had seen her a few nights back. She looks, if possible, more radiantly beautiful than ever, and upon seeing her, Arthur drops to his knees and weeps. Well, I hope this settles the matter, Mr. Holmes, he says. As you can see, she is quite dead, so this person attacking children cannot be her. Now, unless you wish to cut her open to prove your point further, which I sincerely urge you against, then we have no business being here. Actually, I think we might, you say. Lucy has been dead a number of days now, am I correct? Well, yes. Then why is it that she looks like she was only killed yesterday? Most people in that time would have begun to rot by now, surely. He's right, says Jack. She looks better than when she was alive. And then there's this, you say, and as you lean down into the coffin, you pull out a child's tartan scarf. No sooner have you pulled this out when Lucy suddenly opens her eyes and sits bolt upright, grabbing you around the throat. She looks at you with a hypnotized gaze and opens her mouth to reveal a pair of razor-sharp fangs. Instantly, you unsheath your sword and slice at her arm, forcing her to drop you. The other men are about to come to your aid when she lifts her hand and, with a gesture that you can only describe as magic, sends them flying out of the mausoleum gates into the graveyard outside. Then, before they can re-enter, she claps her hand into a fist, and the gates close, locking you in alone with her. As she climbs out of the coffin to face you, you ready your weapons for the battle to come. Lucy Westenra, vampire. So, Lucy has a brawling of 9, weapons of 0, ranged of 8, magical and science of 10, deductions of 6, and stealth of 8, which gives her we lose, we win, we lose, we lose, we win, and then we're evens for stealth. Her special abilities are all the ones that are asterisk, so brawling, ranged, magic and science, and stealth. We have got brawling, weapons, ranged, and deduction in our arsenal. I will explain them all if we come across them. They're not very nice. In fact, well, they're not very nice. So, stealth special abilities, which are carried out on a roll of a 6 or a double if they roll them. Brawling, blood drain. Roll 1 die damage and restore the amount to her stamina. Telekinetic blast. So yes, so we lose it, she gains it. Range, telekinetic blast. Lucy hurls you across the room with her mind. Takes 7 damage. Bear in mind, our stamina is 30. Magic and science, hypnotic gaze, roll defense of a brawling attack with a -2 penalty. If she wins, she automatically carries out a special ability for brawling. Ouch. Stealth, blood drain, roll 1 die, damage, and restore the amount to her stamina. Weakness, when Lucy's down to 6 stamina, she can be instantly beaten by a stake. This will require you to have a stake and roll a double in a weapon attack, stamina 30. And that's why we don't have a stake. We don't know anything about it. So, we have to fight, and this is going to take some time, which is why we held it over to today. Yay! So, bear with me as I now spend the next however long rolling a lot of dice. I wish it was simpler. Sadly, it's not. Right, well, we have up here somewhere, is it this one? Ah, yes, so I'm going to go with with everything that's here, basically. And we're just going to get a shot of all of this. Yeah. Quite a lot, as you can see. A lot of rounds. Right, stamina for us is 30. Stamina for them is 30. We don't have any of that anymore. That all goes away. So. Right, okay. Where's my mouse gone? Lost my mouse again. Okay, there it is. Right, so I'm just going to go with the dice that we did last time. So purple and white for us. Green and black for them. I'll just keep it nice and simple. So, we need to roll a dice, which tells us what we're going to go against, what attribute we're rolling. So the first one is going to be 4, which is magic and science, which means they have the advantage. Damn. So they start. Okay. So roll them first. 6 plus 10 is 16. So there's 16. We are 4, 5, 6, 7. What's that? 15, isn't it? Ouch. So we'll lose. Oh, is that right? See, I'm confused now already. Combat. Let me just double check the combat again. I have to do this every single time. I'm sorry. 130. No Joseph to keep us right. See. Okay. Roll to determine an attribute. Consult your opponent's stats to see who's the highest amount in that attribute. If using the combat table quickly, just blah 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 blah. Roll 2 dice for either yourself or your enemy, depending on who goes first, and add the bonus associated with the attribute in the I bonus column on the combat table. Make a note of this number. Huh? The bonus associated. Oh right, so yes, it's 2 different. Right, okay, fine. So we rolled. What did we roll? What did I say we rolled? 6, wasn't it? 4, 5, 6, 7 for them, was it? No, they're 6, 8, and we rolled 7. Yeah, so 1 difference. Okay. If the person going second has 0 in there. Otherwise, if you are the one rolling second, choose now whether you wish to defend, flee, or attack. So, if we defend, okay, oh, right, so we're meant to... Huh? Oh, I see. So you have to decide whether you're going to defend or attack. So it's not just a straightforward... All right, so if we defend, we can roll a 3rd dice. So that would be 4, 8, 11. If you roll a double with your roll, you're automatically successful. Hurrah! Otherwise, make a note of your total and continue on to phase 4. So we've rolled a double, so we're successful, which means that we can use... so we can use a talisman, sorry, a crucifix can be used instead of a defensive roll to survive vampire brawling. Oh, brawling or stealth attack. All right, so that's not that one. Okay, so we can't actually use that. We're just successful, and we defend. Compare both the combat totals. Whoever has the higher wins and gets to inflict damage on the loser. So we actually did. Does that make sense? If you roll double within your roll, you're automatically successful. Otherwise, make a note of your total and continue on to phase 4. I think we just defend and we don't inflict. I'm confused. If you roll a double within your roll, you are automatically successful. So that must be that round over. I'm so confused by this. I'm so sorry, guys. But if we've defended, then we don't. I think we're just successful. We just don't lose any points. I think that's how it works. No, you're absolutely fine, guys. Absolutely not a problem. As I say, it's going to be. I think it's going to take us a little while to get into this. So let us. Right. So that's round 1. Let's see what's up next. Round 2. Oh, I never said what it was. That's what the problem was. So that should have been magic. This is arranged. And ranged, they have the advantage, so they get to roll first. 7, 8. So they're going to be. I'm going to do this. I'll do it this way around. No, let's do that. So they were. It was 8. And we have to roll 3 because we're in defense mode. Unless we want to. Do we want to attack or defend? This is range, so it does it again. We still can't use the crucifix or anything. Attack or defend? Tell you what, I'm going to roll 2. Yeah, that's not very good, is it? 4, 5, 6, 7. Ouch. 7. Right. So that's a loss. We'll get there. So we're down to 28. This will get faster, I promise. Right. One of those. That's a 6, which is stealth, which we're even on. Oh, now this could be good. Okay, so stealth is even, which means we have the upper hand, so we get to go first, which means that we will be attacking. That's 6. Six for us. And 4 for them. It's a win. Down to 28. There we go. Next round is 3, which is ranged. Okay. Which means that they will go first. For 5. For 6. We can roll 2 for 7, an attack. So we win. Next up, it's a 6 again, so it's stealth, which means we're going to be even. Which means we get to go first. For 8. Ah, now that's a 6. We've rolled a 6. But stealth is not one of ours. Damn it. Never mind. So what was that? 6, 7, 8 for us. 5, 6, 7, 8 for them. But if the winner was defending, no. Whoever has the highest win and gets different episodes, it doesn't always be 2 7 unless you see otherwise. In the event of a tie, the person who attacked first will automatically win. Now restart phase 1. So we won. Excellent. Hurrah. 4. Okay, next round is 6 again. Stealth. So again, it's a draw, so we go first. Oh, it's a double. Damn it. That's 8 anyway. It's a shame. 3 for them, so we win. excuse me. It's a 5, which is deduction, which we win. Haha. So we get to roll ours, which is 6 and a 1. Ah, now we've also rolled a 6. So, anticipate move. -2 to one attribute roll for opponent for the rest of the fight. Can be used multiple times, but only for one attribute at a time. If there are multiple opponents, instead -1 from their team bonus for this attribute. Can only be used once per round. Will not take damage as well. -2 to one attribute roll for opponent for the rest of the fight. Okay, right. What do we want to reduce then? So, possibly magic and science, or ranged down. So we need to take one down by 2. Magic and science, if we would take it down by 2, would put us on an even keel with them if it comes up again. What do you reckon? Magic and science. I think that's good. So we'll take off 2. So -2, which means that it will now be even. And 0. Okay. Excellent. Does it say? I just think it says special ability carried out on a roll of 6 or a double. Anticipate moves. Okay. I think we're good. I think we still have to roll. Does that say will not take damage as well? All right. Okay. So that's basically it. We've rolled the 6. That's the round. We've got what is it? 6 plus 1 equals 7. Oh. So we'll just win. All right, next round then. That's a 5, which is deduction again. So we will roll our dice. Because you're not really seeing these, are you? I've just realised. Let's see what we can do. Can we move that around at all? Lost my mouse again. So I want my Excel one. Can we just drop that down like that? And we'll move. Whoop, let's not move that one. Notepad. Let's move that up here for now. Gives you a little bit of, you can see it a bit better. Don't need those. Don't need those. Not using that. So that was 7 for us. Well, sorry, 7 plus 4 is 11 for us, and then 6, so 10 for them. They still lose. 20. Okay, next one is another 6, which is stealth. So that's a draw. So we go first. That's a 6, but we don't have that. So 6, so 11 for us. And then 7 for them. Which is a win. This is good. Right, next one. It's a 4, which is magic and science, which is even, so that's good. Worth the thing, so we can just go first again. 3 for us, ouch. Uh, 5 for them. So lose that round. Down to 26 for us. Okay. It's a 1. Ah, brawling. Now they have the advantage. But we both can roll doubles, so that's good. Good, good. No worries, no worries. We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, so brawling. They have the advantage, so we'll roll them first. Ah, bollocks! Double 1. So, double 1 means blood drain. Roll 1 die damage and restore the amount to her stamina. No. Although, no, I think that supersedes. 2, right? Okay. So we'll go down. So that sorry. So we'll go down to 4, and they go back up to 20. Ooh, and indeed hiss. All right, so 3, which is ranged, which we are also in the minus on. So then first, 6. Plus 1 is 7. 7 for them. Woohoo! Hold on. That's ranged. That's ranged, and we have an advantage, and we've just rolled a 6. 6 and 5, so we've rolled 11, which means we win. Special. And our special is deadly shot. 6 equals 4 damage. Double equals 6 damage. So we've just done 4 damage. Nice. Glad you're here. We need the person in charge. Can we tell us for brawling? No. If we were defending, I would say yes. But in this one, we're not. Because we rolled a special. So we both got a special for brawling. We rolled the special, so that takes precedence over everything else. If we were defending, then normally yes, because we would be rolling second. But in this case, it's worth rolling the 2 first, and if needs be, we can then go to defense. And we're okay. So we'll do 4 damage, and that's great. Normally, so brawling and stealth if we end up in defense mode, then yeah, that's when we want to use the crucifix, because that will give us extra damage. Sam's here, Kit's here. Hello! You missed the notification? How? I put them out on all the socials and Discord. We need a person in charge, yes. Everybody agrees with Kit. Quite right too. Right, anyway, we're moving on. Next round. We're getting there. 5. Deduction, so that's our advantage. So we get to roll first. That's a 4 and a 2 is 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. So 3 and a 2 is 5. We win. And sadly, we didn't roll doubles or anything, so no specials for that. Just a straightforward 2. Halfway now. Over halfway. So that's good. Next up is 4, which is magic and science, of which we are even. So we'll roll first. That's a 6 and a 5 is 11, which is fantastic. 4 and a 5, so 5 for them. They lose. Sorry, we win. It's a 4 again, so it's magic. So it's even. So we'll start, which is just double. Sadly, not our forte, but never mind. So that's 10. So 4 and a 1 is 5 again. So we win. They go down to 10. Dawned on me, it's my 10th MBR show tomorrow at 11:50. Oh, well done, Sam. Well done. You were distracted by gaming. No worries, Kit. No worries. So yes, Kit and Nathan were up over the weekend. Dropped in to stay with us on Friday. Went down to stay with Steve and Tracy Saturday, Sunday. Dropped back into ours this morning to pick up a couple of bits they'd left behind, and then they promptly headed off to the shops to buy some square sausage to take it back down the road with them. And I believe they returned with something like 30, two packs of meaty ones and a packet of vegetarian ones. So it sounds out. So they're absolutely sorted for Sunday breakfast for the next 10 weeks or so, quite easily. Right, where were we? What did I? We won that one. Okay, cool. Right, next up. It's a 2, which is weapons, to which we have an absolute exclusive. So we are on whatever we roll. High would be lovely. And preferably, that's a 6. And a 5, that's 11. But it's a 6. We roll a 6. So for weapons, deadly slice, 4 damage. They don't even get a chance. We don't even need to roll. Oh, come on. Special. Down to 6. All of the square sausage. I took some Aberdeen butteries back with me when I was up in Scotland last month. Oh, nice. Nice. Was that just a wee holiday, Steve, or was it work related, or? Do tell. Okay, next round. It's a 3, which is ranged, which means we're in the negative. So they get to go first. Right, let's see what they've got. They have got a 5 and a 1, which is 6. Sorry, 6, 7. Because they're +1. Right, so we want to roll at least our 2. That's a 7. That's a draw then, isn't it? 7. If we attack, roll 2 dice, then roll as a combat total and continue on to phase 4. Whoever has the highest wins against it. There will always be 2 stamina. In the event of a tie, the person who attacked first will automatically win. Now restart phase. Oh no! Oh no! So they could hurt us. Oh well. Because it's a draw. We'll take 2 points damage. Alright, next up. It's a 4, which is magic and science again, so that's evens. Okay, and so we'll roll first. It's 11 again. Dice are rolling nicely for us this evening, I have to say. 2 and a 4 is 6. So they'll lose. Oh no, we win. I go down to 4. Okay. 3. So that is ranged. To which they have the advantage. So they get to roll first. 2. Fuck. They've just rolled a double. Lucy hurls you across the room with her mind and takes... Oh, Lord. 7 damage. Ouch. That's not very nice. Okay, well, that's the way it goes. 4 magic. Which is even again, isn't it? Yes. So we'll take the first roll. That's high number, please. That's not a high number. 5. Great. 4. Yay, we won it. Thank goodness for that. Down to 2 for them, and round 21. Is this going to be it? Is this going to be the round to finish this vampire off? It's a 3, which is ranged, which means they have the advantage again. So we roll them first. That's a 2. And a 3, which is 5, plus 1 is 6. We'll roll 5, 7. So, oops. So, we win. Yep, and that's them done. Down to 0. Can we use one of Nathan and Kit's square sausage instead of a steak? Steak. I was visiting my sister in Hillsborough and we took the train up to Fort William. Oh, your sister's in Hillsborough. Lovely. Very nice. Very nice. I did not know that. Such a small world. It's great. Good. Right. There we go. So fantastic. Well done, everybody. We fought and victored Let us head back over here now. And so our stamina is 50. And as it turns out, we didn't use any of the stuff. So go us. Wasn't that close? That was good. That was a good fight. I mean, I was pleased with the way that went, actually. So we win. We defeat Lucy. We return to 310. Now then, we must keep the purple and white dice for us. Well, do you know what? As I said, that's kind of why I went. They're already there. I just say that's for fights and things. That's what we keep. I think that's. We should have just made that decision right at the very beginning of the game, and taken it all from there, and that would have been fine. So there we go. Right. What do we need now? Do we need to stop? Why are you hanging again? Come on. A little KVM throws a wobbly every now and again, so that wants to go away. Dice cam. Let's just make you a little bit smaller. Let's pop you over here. And we can go back to our normal screen there. Now notepad. Just bring it down a touch. It's a shame I can't put it. I should have moved this stuff really. Never mind. It's there. It'll do. So there we go. Right. So fighty, win. And we are off to 310 to see what's happening now. What are people going to say? Are they all going to go mental and scream and holler and what have you? After defeating Lucy, she crumples to the ground, and you see for the first time a mark on her shoulder resembling a snake devouring itself, which disappears shortly after. Our Robber Ross. Moments after this, the gates fly open as Jack, Arthur, and Quincy return to join you. Upon seeing Lucy lying there, Arthur goes to her side and turns her over to face him, cradling her corpse in his arms. It had to be done, Arthur, said Seward. That thing wasn't Lucy. I know, Arthur says. It just seems like a cruel joke to have gotten her back, even in part only to lose her again. Well, how did this happen to her, Holmes? Says Quincy. What devil's responsible? You're about to answer, Quincy, when you hear a scraping sound coming from one of the other coffins. What is that? Says Seward. Another demon? No, I do not think so, you say as you walk to the coffin and remove the lid. Inside you find a skinny, frail young boy who looks to be barely alive. Is she gone? He says. Is the blue lady gone? She's gone, you say. What's your name, little one? Horace, he struggles to say before he passes out. Why, this is the other child of Mrs. Greyshawn, you say. Quickly, doctor, this boy needs urgent medical attention or he will not survive the night. You remove the boy from the coffin and hand him to Seward. No worries. He needs blood, says Seward. I do not have the apparatus with me to give him a transfusion, so I'll have to take him to the hospital. After placing Lucy's remains back in her coffin, the four of you leave, locking the mausoleum behind you, and continuing on to the hospital, where you leave Horace in the capable hands of the doctors. Then, after a brief discussion of the night's events, you say farewell to Arthur and Jack, and go to look for somewhere to sleep for the night. Add evidence J1, 33, and turn to 227. J1, eh? Ooh, ah! So we can now do the J stuff because we've got J1, J2, and both parts of J3. Excellent. What was the number? 227? 227 it is. That's interesting. 227. I don't think we've been given the J clue yet. Or have we? I don't think so. 226, 227. South District, night time. Um, go away, fly. Don't want your kind around here. Your Beelzebubs and that. Right. We do. Okay. So it's night time. We should probably try and find somewhere to stay. We could do the usual, head down the docks, and for 5 shillings get a kip in again. That would seem to be the best practice, I reckon. It'll only cost us 5 shillings. I don't think there's anywhere else we want to go to at this time of night. Everybody up for just going to the hotel, going to the bar, and getting our head down. Should we head to the docks and go to the Mermaid's Inn? Well, if we sleep, we'll go back up to 24. At which point, then we can take some food and get ourselves back up to 30 if you want. Yeah, cool. All right, let's do that then. So we will head to the docks. 189, of course. Go to the Mermaid. 221. So pasties plus 2 stamina for 1 shilling, 4 chicken legs, 2 shillings, a meal which will oh no, there we go. So a meal for 3 shillings would replace 8 stamina straight away. But when we sleep, we will still only go to 24. So it's kind of a moot point. Edward genuinely just said about going up to 24 if we sleep. Is this video 2-way? Well, at least he's remembering it. That's good. So I think it's probably better that we just crash for our 5 shillings, and then it will restore most of our stamina, and then we can eat some food the next day and go back full. Go back to full. Is what I would suggest. So I think we should do that. Sleep then eat. Exactly. So we will pay our 5 shillings. Unless, of course, you want to arm wrestle and see if we make some money. Go, really? Oh, you're a horrible fly. Go away. I don't like you. 406. Just out of curiosity, before we go to sleep, and before we take any money away, 406. 45, 46. It's 506. 408. 406. Oh yes, that's the dice one that we do that. So we could win or fail. Does anybody want to arm wrestle, or should we just go to sleep? Do we want to risk it if we're already depleted? Exactly. It's not so much that it's totally based on the roll of the die. If you remember it, it's that sliding scale from 1 to 19. We start off at 10, and you go, depending on what you roll, it pushes you down and pushes you back, or you can kind of do you want to gamble. Sleepy sleep, sleep, sleep. Right, we'll go to sleep then. Fair enough. So shillings is also now 15. We will just go to sleep. 972. So they do us the whole reset thing. 9. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. If you're sleeping away from home and have an event to occur, no, well, as far as I'm aware, we don't have any events occurring because we just had the event occur. Okay, story is down up to a total of 24. 24. Restart the day cycle to morning. Back to morning we go. Move the counter date on 1, so it is now December 17th. Nothing is happening. You can now return to the district you were asleep in, which is South District 591. 591. So, what now? Did Joseph say anything? Which reminds me, I saw in Scotland there is Loch Lochy, aka Lake Lakey. Yes. Hello.
Oh, you got 2 seconds.
What's up?
Sam Neill cocked it as well.
Yes.
What's happening?
It's 2026. It's 10 years on from 2016 when all the people started carking. 76.
Fuck me.
He had previous cancer scare.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Poor love.
But he was cleared, seemingly.
78.
78, yeah. So much for Event Horizon 2.
Sorry.
Kit says hello.
Hi. I bring doom and gloom.
That's because you've been so busy today. You've not been aware, and I didn't mention it because I was trying to get stuff done and not failing miserably. Yes, sorry, Steve. I was going to say. So yeah, you've got Loch Linny, Loch Lochy, Loch Long. There's lots of them. It's like River Avon, which just means river.
River.
Or River Ooze. It also means river.
There's one which is river. I can't remember which one that is.
It's not almond.
No.
No.
Anyway, I'm going to bed.
All right. Mwah. Love you. Sleep well. Night night.
Night, chat.
Right. What's next? There's a comic book series that is a sequel to Event Horizon. Oh, is there? Ooh, didn't know that. Yes, so we're in the South District. It's daytime. I don't think we have a note of the J's. Ah, no, hold on. Is that Mina's? Do we have to go to Mina's to find that out? Oh, no, shit. Do you know what I didn't do? Do you know what I didn't do? Hold on a second. We didn't check. We didn't check. So where do we start? 164. I haven't checked for Holmes' conclusions. 164, nothing there. 310. Should have checked this whilst I was playing. I didn't. 310, nothing there. 227. Nothing there. Then 189 goes back to that. We've done that, and then that's it. 9, and then we're 970. So right, okay. Deductions, yes, no deductions. I wonder if we can go back home. I thought we'd written it. I wondered if I'd written it down somewhere on another sheet. EGD L, K, no J, and nothing on any of those. So, did we write it down on any of the sheets up here? Nothing on that. Nothing on that. And nothing on that. Okay. So, we obviously have to find something somewhere. Let me check and see if Joseph said anything. I can't remember. Okay. It says, finally caught the playthrough. Nice job. You made it to Vampire Lucy Westerner. I noticed you wanted to know how to find stakes. To get them, you need the stake crafting ability that only comes with reading the book on vampires in Borgen's books, which can only be accessed by having certain evidence or SAE. Can't remember which. You see, at this time, Holmes is not completely aware about what he's dealing with. Still, you should be fine. I would recommend that you check your items to see what you can use in the battle and use them whenever you have the chance to make things easier. As if she happens to go first and rolls high without a 6 or double, consider using defence so that there is a chance you may lessen the blow. Well, we were absolutely fine, thankfully. Unfortunately, as I mentioned previously, I'll not be able to tune in for some time, as a new job situation requires me to be in bed far more early than usual. It gives me limited time in the evening, which I need to dedicate to my writing. Quite right, too. I will help out where I can, though. Good luck on Lucy. So, nothing of import there. So I guess we're pretty much at our leisure. I mean, we could go home. We could go back to Baker Street and see if there's anything there. I wonder if we could go to the hospital and check on the boy, or do we want to? Is there anything that we can do? So we can go. We can go to go away, fly. You're really annoying. Dick, I hate you. Hate you. Bloody vampires. Never got flies. So where can we go? We can go to. We cannot go to the Western Estate. We cannot go to Higgins Park. We can go to Carfax House, which of course is the is potentially Dracula's lair. I also did a walk in the hills behind my sister's house, which looks over both the Clyde and Loch Lomond. Nice, nice. Helensburgh, yeah, it's nice. Did you go to Hill House? Did you go to Macintosh's place, which they've now covered up with a massive sort of dome to protect it? H26, no, we can't go to Stratham Street anymore. H27, we can go to the parish workhouse still, or Braxton Place. And we can't go to Dervish Park. So, there's not a lot we can go to beyond what we've already been to. The hospital, maybe, to see if the kid's all right. We're going to have to duck out and sleep ourselves, not in the Mermaid Inn, no arm wrestling. Fair enough, guys. No worries. No worries. Thank you for dropping in and seeing at least Lucy's demise. I did, but my sister actually works there part time. Oh, really? Oh, that's amazing. Oh, fair enough. That's cool. That is cool. Yes, options. Let's go to the hospital. It's the only lead we've really got. Yeah. I mean, it could be that nothing happens. Yeah. Catch up on the stream. Excellent. Sleep well, Edward. Take care. We'll see you soon. Yeah, we could absolutely go to the hospital and see if there's any news from the kid. Steve's going to the hospital. Right, okay, let's do that. 619. Booyaka, booyaka. 619. That's finished. You're not a nice fly. Ah, okay, no. So, entering the hospital, you approach the nurse on duty, a very pretty young woman with curly brown hair who looks extremely friendly. Can I help you? She says. For the price of 5 shillings, she will heal any wounds you have and replenish 12 stamina points up to 18. You can also buy bandages, medicine, medications, Watson only. I don't like you, Fly, you're horrible. However, there is a conclusion, but that requires T1 and T2, of which we have none. So basically, there's nothing there. Oh, actually, hold on. 619. Ah, if you wish to ask for records of a particular patient, spell out their name using the letters below and write down the 3 numbers accompanying them. Then turn to that number. Oh, what? What? What's the name of that kid? Horace, wasn't it? What was his surname? Yes, good point. Nothing there. Right, go to. I'll check back. 227. Go away, Fly. No. 310. That's a horrible fly. Mrs. Gershon. Gershon. So, G. 6 and 7 is 13. Plus 6 is 19. Plus 9 is 28. I can't do it. There's no ON. So it doesn't exist. It does not exist. Oh well. Right. So, no joy at the hospital. Okay, so back to South District, 591. Is it worth us going to see them at Braxton Place, perhaps? H27? So we've got Holmes 27, we definitely have, yes. So we could go to Braxton Place, which is where the woman lives. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just. It's daytime. We've got plenty of time. We might as well go and see what happens. 198. It'll either work or it doesn't. We've got nothing to lose. Worst case scenario, we just go back. Oh. Now we do. If you have SEH 152643, otherwise, if you've already met Mrs. Gersher before, there's nothing more for you here. Turn to 591. If this is your first time here, continue reading. 643. Fuck off, fly. I have no idea whether this will lead anywhere, but we'll have a look anyway. 6, 4, 3, 4, 5, 4, 4, 4, 3. Yeah, we've been here already. Yeah. Basically, just it's the other lad who says it's a blue for lady as well, and we get evidence K222, which we already have. So yeah, 591. Absolutely no point us being here, I'm afraid. I think Drossie, hello, how you doing? We've just killed Lucy Westenra, a vampire, after 21 very hard, arduous rounds, and we're now trying to work out what to do. Because we have enough evidence to fulfill a clue, but we don't know what the clue is or where it is, what the clue is, or how to fulfill it, or where it is. So we're just working our way around a few places to see if that's the case. It appears that it is not the hospital. It is not the house of the child who was abducted. That's odd. So we're just debating on whether we should go back to Baker Street. Because I'm presuming that it's pointless going to the police station. But we are slowly getting there. So what do you want to do? Shall we head back to Holmes? Holmes under the hammer. How's Boston? And how's the heat over your way at the moment? I'm going to make an executive decision, and I say we go back to 221B Baker Street. Because we can get to Mina's from there, I think. I think we should do that. Also, I need a new piece of paper anyway. Hey, Nathan's back from the quiz. Hooray! How did you fare, sir? How did you fare? Bling! And they subscribed for 51 months. Good lord. How amazing. Thank you very much, Nathan. Much appreciated. Please enjoy your ad-free viewing and, of course, your wonderful emotes. Drossie's been out west. Saw my pick from Switzerland versus Colombia match in Vancouver. Oh, yes. Of course. Of course. How excellent. Two seconds. I've got to press the... How did I do that? How did I manage to clip the snipping tool? That's amazing. God, you are so annoying. Bloody flies. Flying home tomorrow. 4 1/4 years. I know, that's mad. Flying home tomorrow. The weather's been much cooler out here, thankfully. Oh, good. Oh, good. It's been pretty warm here, and it's getting warmer again, I noticed today. We had that nice cool spell over the weekend. Sadly, not enough to do anything with the temperature here, but never mind. Too warm, yes, indeed, too warm. Right, we're going to go to another district. So 596, 596, 595, 596. I'm going to assume we walk. So our dice will be primary and secondary. It's 35. Turn to 103. And if I don't like it, we'll walk away. So I'm not getting ripped off by anybody. Ooh. Glancing on the path, you notice a shiny object and bend down to pick it up. You cannot believe your good fortune. It appears to be loose change that someone has dropped. Roll one die and add the amount to your shillings. 6, please. Sorry, what was that? What? There you go, 5. 5 shillings. $20 shillings. It gets cooler and then there's another heat wave. I know. It's still too warm out there. Yeah. Yep, I'm afraid so. 596. That was what was that? 1003. On to 39. We'll make a decision as to where we're off to. It is morning. We move the day cycle on 1. So now it be noon. And we want to go back to 505. And this is our new sheet. 505. Tomorrow, my Cambridge is supposed to have a high of 36 and an overnight low of 26. That's what I'm coming home to. Ooft. Ooft, my dear friend. Not so nice. Not so nice. Certainly not for us poor people here, anyway. North District, 221B Baker Street. Oh, no, hold on. So where's Mina's? Oh, is Mina out west? Mina might be out west. H20 we don't have. Or 21, so we don't have any of those places we can go to. Okay, then let us head home to 208. Let's go to Baker Street first. If you're home, turn to 398. Ha-ha! So, we have the J's, right, S-A-E. S-A-E-F. You can also take the following conclusion, otherwise you must wait for the date with the asterisk. Conclusion. So, we want, so this is our, this is the next one that we're going to do. So, this is our J's. So this is 398. So the conclusion is J1 times 9 plus J2 divided by 2 plus J3 equals. So J1 is 33 times 9. Come on. There we go. Calculator. So 33 times 9 equals 297 plus J2, which is 503. Is 800 divided by 2 is 400 plus J3, which is 63. 463. Okay. So 463. Well, interesting. Okay, I'm going to read this out as it is because we'll have to work out what we're doing with this. If you're playing a multi-character adventure, when you make it here with first character mark this date in your calendar. See, we're not. We're just playing as Holmes, and we're playing as a singular adventure. Okay. From the journals of Dr. John Watson. Yes, for the first time since the events of the Chuzzlewit and Son case, Holmes, myself, and the cheeky but sneaky Artful Dodger all came together at 221B Baker Street to discuss Holmes' latest case and the supernatural events surrounding it. Good day, my friends. I'm glad you could come, he began. I'm not sure what you've been up to since I saw you last, but in these past few weeks, for me, the world has irrevocably changed in ways I could never have imagined. I have seen things that you would not believe. At first, I did everything I could to find a logical explanation for these things, and when I could find none, I simply did my best to ignore them. But now the time has come when I can no longer turn a blind eye. I believe I may have uncovered a plot to unleash an evil on the world like we have never seen before. The mastermind behind this plot is a vampire. Yes, I know what I just said, and no, I've not taken leave of my senses. I am talking about an actual blood-sucking fiend. This vampire, called Count Dracula, has come here to open a chest. I'm not sure what exactly is in this chest, but since it requires the souls of 666 innocents to open it, I'm assuming something of biblical proportions. There's only a short window in which this box can be opened. This window started on December the 1st and ends on the 31st, before the turn of the century. And once the window is closed, the box will reseal itself and will not be able to be opened for another 100 years. Therefore, all 666 souls must be acquired within a single month. Now, of course, that would be a vast undertaking for one person. This is why the Count is using proxies, innocent people who he controls through a magical bond to collect the souls for him. The bond is created by a brand which can be found on the body of each of the proxies. I know, it all sounds like nonsense, the rantings of a lunatic, but I swear. Holmes, it's all right, I said. I believe you. I'm actually relieved to hear you say this. After some of the things I've seen over the last few weeks, I was starting to think that I was the one who had lost his marbles. Me too, said Dodger. Though if I told you what I'd seen, you'd stick me in a loony bin for sure. So I'm not alone, says Holmes. Not in the slightest, I reply. Well, that really is a relief. Go away. Well, that really is a relief, because in order to stop this threat, I'm going to need to ask a lot of both of you. What can I do? I asked. From the way I see it, there are 3 ways we can prevent this chest from being opened. One is to find and kill the Count, and hope that this will lift the hold he has on his proxies. Another is to kill the proxies themselves. But you said they were innocent people under his control. Yes, I know, but if we are unable to locate the Count before the time is up, removing them may be our only option. You said there was a third? The third is to locate the chest itself, and find a way to hide it from the Count. But given that this chest could be anywhere, we do not have the time to search for it. Actually, I think I might have seen it, Dodger said. Really? Yeah, I think so. A while ago, some of my mates were going missing, and I decided to investigate the matter. Anyway, one day, I followed the geezer who I thought took him, and leads me to this place in the sewer. Down there I found some of my mates locked up in cages, and a silver gate with a big old room behind it. In the middle of this room was a chest and a stone table, and branching off from this table, like a spider, were these thin lines filled with blood, each connected to some round symbols engraved in the ground. On these symbols, 7 figures, some living, some like ghosts crouched, each holding their arms in a device that bled them. Unfortunately, that's all I got to see before they caught me and locked me up with the others. That, as they say, is another story, though. How remarkable, Holmes gleamed. Did you perchance see the faces of those people? Oh, I'm afraid not. It was very dark, and I didn't want to attract any attention. Never mind, I suppose we cannot have it all. Good show, Dodger. It appears to me that you have not only discovered the location of the chest, but also how the proxies are delivering the souls to the chest. It is as I suspected, through their blood. American Indians believe that when you kill a person, you absorb their soul. Perhaps that is what is happening when the proxies murder someone, and then every few days they meet in that place to pass on the souls they've collected. Some come in person, and those who can't astral project to the location, which is why they would appear as ghosts. If you do not have COE21, turn to 447. Otherwise, continue reading. COE. If you do not have COE21, turn to 447. Otherwise, continue reading. Well, we do have COE21, so that's handy. Scary stuff. Loving the accent. Thank you. Also, by your keen observation, we now know that there are 7 proxies, or rather 5, since I've most certainly killed 2 already. Or possibly 4, I said. This brand you speak of. Tell me, does it resemble a robber's? Yes, that's right, said Holmes. I snaked, varying itself. Then I may have killed one too, I said. I had an enormous encounter in the East District with an undead gentleman who was collecting souls. I saw the mark on him before he died. Is it a brand? Oh, sorry. Is it a brand like a tattoo? Dodger asked. Yes, Holmes said. Then you make that 3, Mr. Holmes, because I am certain I saw another person die with that same brand. Well, this is a good start, Holmes said. Only 3 proxies left. Right then, here is the plan. I need both of you to find those others and prevent them from killing anyone else. If that requires that you kill them, then so be it. And whilst you do this, I will track down the chest and make sure to take it somewhere safe before I return to my research. Return to my search for the Count. Dodger, do you remember where you saw it? If you ask, can I give you directions there? Then I'm afraid not. I'm not very good with remembering things like that. I'll tell you it's sort of between South and West District entrances, and it was behind a silver gate. But that's all. That will have to do, Holmes said. But Holmes, where would we even begin looking for these other proxies? I asked. They could be anywhere, or anyone. On my travels, I came across a caravan of gypsies in the South District, Holmes explained. There was a woman there who has a remarkable gift of foresight. I suggest you both visit her for help. She will point you in the right direction. Now, are you both clear on the objectives? Yes, I said, but I still can't believe that this is really happening. My dear Watson, I'm sure you've heard me say many a time that when you eliminate the impossible, whatever remains, no matter how improbable, must be the truth. Well, with what we've all seen over the last week or so, I fear that there is no longer such a thing as impossible, and so my deductive reasoning must be extended to include every possibility and impossibility. Therefore, I now break it down to this. If it flies, shoot it. If it crawls, burn it. And if it tries to bite your neck, stake it through the heart. If playing as Holmes, add SAEB. Ching ching. If you have SAED 52 or COE 8, no, we don't. Otherwise, if you're playing as Holmes, turn to 8. Well, then we shall do just that. What was that? That was 463. Okay, 463, and then we're off to number 8. Number 8. And I think that is where we'll leave it for this week. I think that's a fairly good conclusion so far. What do you reckon? We're getting there. Slowly, slowly catch your monkey. New chapter. So, the hunt for silver boxes in strange places. How do we feel? How do we feel? Are we good to keep going? Where's my bookmark? There we are. What do we reckon? How do you all feel about that? I think that's pretty good. I think it's pretty good. So yes, I think that's where we'll leave it for this week. We'll start again because it's a new chapter effectively as of Thursday. So let's go with that. Guys, thank you very much for dropping in. All briefly, whoever is here briefly, I appreciate it all. Lovely to see Nathan and Kit over the weekend. I'm glad you both got home safely. So yes, thank you very much, everybody. Thanks for everybody who dropped in tonight. Steve Barrett, much appreciated. Drossie, thank you. Nathan, Kit, Edward, Joe, Hodders was there for a brief bit. Silver, and who else? So somebody else came in. Matty was in for a bit as well. Cool. So lovely to thank everybody for being here. More than welcome, as always. You're always welcome, as well, you know. So now everybody who's currently in chat, apart from Steve, has stayed in this house. So there you go. There's something for you. Things you all have in common. Right, guys, I will leave you with it. If you want to do and survived, yes, we have a man actually managed to survive, and we're not doing too badly. We will restock and see how things go. I think we're going to get some more cash and stuff, but we'll see what happens on Thursday. Join me then, if you will, for the next continuing saga of Joseph Daniel's Grim Dickensian, where we're off to continue our hunt for vampires. Bona fide vampire slayers there as well, of course, and met producer Cat. Indeed. He's a donkey boy. Lord, here he cometh. I was going to say if there's anything else. Do you know what we didn't? Do you know what we haven't checked? I just realised. Hold on. Did Holmes have any other deductions? Quickly run through the ones on the other sheet. No. That'd be that. And then 4, 6, 3. No, we didn't. So we've not missed anything. We're all good. That will keep till next week, till Thursday. So yeah, guys, thanks very much. Huge thanks. Enjoy the rest of your week. Look, I think I see your name is Snattercat. Most excellent. Righty ho. I'm gonna head. I've got an early start myself in the morning, so it's probably best that I do shut up shop tonight. So don't have nightmares, folks. There are no real things as vampires. Just that pesky fly flying around, trying to eat my blood. Horrible things. Anyway, have a great few days, folks. Love you to leave you, and I will see you on Thursday. And again, thank you everybody for dropping by tonight. See you again soon. Take care, folks.